Hi and welcome to another session of Shamelessly Arguing with Vegans. This is a free book available on earthhealingnetwork.com and it's free for downloading, to share it with anybody you know. And it has about 150 different arguments that we receive as vegans and how they are irrelevant, and how we can conclude that there's no arguing about it. We shouldn't exploit animals. We don't need to and we don't have to. So, as usual, I'll just start with a small motivation session because we all are so downcast, depressed, tired, stressed out on a constant basis. And sometimes some positive words help us in, lifting up our spirits. Our spirit should be free. Our spirit should be positive. Our spirit means our energy, our vibration, our state of being. So it's nothing mumbo jumbo. It just means that we're feeling better, feeling more positive, feeling more enthusiastic, motivated, letting our aura shine through and letting ourselves feel that we matter and we can make a difference to the world. So always remember that, and let us see what this message is. This is again from the Gita deck, which is not a religious but a spiritual book about good deeds. Here we go. The message I'm getting. There is a false ego, bewildered spirit souls under the influence of three modes of material nature think themselves to be the doer of activities which are in actuality carried by nature. Now, this is a very, very deep thing for vegans to understand. So we are sometimes bewildered. That means we don't know, we are clueless about the way things work around us, where our life is manifesting. We are influenced by the three modes, which is tamas, rajas, sattva. That means tamas means negative energy, attracting to yourself or consuming foods that are negative, stale, that are harmful for us. Ignoring truth, staying in an ignorant stage, which also is non-veganism. The second one being rajasic, which means being angry, agitated and restless and not having peace of mind, which is carnivorism. And the third one being sattva. Sattva means being pious, being pure, being focused on truth, and trying to improve yourself in, the way what you consume, how you live your lifestyle, a positive lifestyle. So that is sattva. But because we are influenced by these three, we keep vacillating between these, we are bewildered, we are constantly embroiled in material things, and we are not able to think about how nature is. What is our inner nature? Now, our inner nature is different because we are humans, aren't we? And in nature, there are all kinds of creatures. And if you see nature, many things are happening because that's the way it's programmed. A lion would be programmed to kill someone. You should not be. There is a lot of difference. But because of negativity, because of ignorance, we are not able to understand fact from fiction, and we start believing that we should consume animals because we are omnivores. This isn't truth. So we are deceived by lots of lies, becoming very tamasic, very ignorant. Let us see what this ignorance has led to in terms of the argument universe is coming up with today. The first one. Plants have life too. Now, this is a very, very common argument, and the card was right. The message was, think about nature. Some things are natural. They are done by nature. You are not the doer there. So let us see. Plants have life. by automatically, by natural ways, the plant will take up the energy of water, will get sunlight, will get all the minerals, and will live. Yes, it has life because it will grow. It will grow in sometimes direction of the sun. It can point towards it. It can sense where the sun is. Okay, it has that sense. So the plant would know in a way because of the chemicals, the way the chemicals go in the plant, that the plant understands that through the chemicals, not through a brain. It doesn't have a brain, doesn't have consciousness of its own. Animals have a consciousness of their own. There is somebody in there. And the plant, when you see a plant, it's not that soul. You're talking about souls, whether bewildered or not, we have that soul because we have a certain self-awareness, a self-consciousness about who are we. Are we going through something? This is what's happening to me. But that plant is simply existing because that's happening through nature. It's not the doer, it's just consuming, giving out the oxygen, taking the carbon dioxide, then taking carbon dioxide, then giving out carbon dioxide, and taking oxygen. So it has its own life cycle. And even if you talk about the plant being a living thing, if you believe that life should be respected, which you should not go around deforesting, killing the plants, the trees especially. Okay, huge trees are being raised to ground at the speed of 1 football field per second by this negative energy called animal agriculture. Now you tell me, without rainforests, which are the lungs of our planet, will the planet live? If this keeps happening at this rate, and it's solely because of animal culture, and the rainforests disappear because of this atrocious rate of suicide, we are just kind of killing ourselves, aren't we? Within a few years, the rainforests will disappear. Now you tell me, is this something alarming? Or should you just go and have a steak, go and have the cheese pizza? When something like this is going on, when nature itself is screaming and shouting at us and saying, please don't kill yourself, what should we do? Should we listen to that wise message that is coming through by all the different scientists, knowing that this is the nature is doing this? Nature is creating a climate catastrophe because we are the ones engineering that catastrophe. The nature is responding to us. So that is something that is our doing. So we have to differentiate what are the things that are natural, what are the things that are artificial. That sense, that common sense has to be there. There are some things that we are artificially doing. Cutting the trees, taking the animals and keeping them there, breeding them and crossbreeding them and creating freakingly weird, new organisms in the process. First of all, creating animals who, let's say, give too much of wool. So much so that they could die because of the heat. Just because we're greedy to get more wool out. Creating the animals that give so many eggs. So much more that, 10 to 30 times more. And that's a female's ovulation, like a period. How painful, how torturous to the organism. And we have done that just out of greed. What's there in that egg? It's just some piece of mucus and it's the secretion from the ovary inside. It's nothing nice, to have for us. It comes out through the anus and then we eat it. This is disgusting. And then we have milk, mammary gland secretions, lactation, breast milk. Do we have to have breast milk? What age do we have breast milk? When we are infants or when we are adults? Now this is ridiculous. And we are doing this. This is completely unnatural. There is completely no sense in it. Senseless things. We are bewildered souls doing senseless things, keeping the animals there, punishing them for no fault of theirs. And how many animals? It is estimated 80 billion plus animals on land itself are abused like this and then killed. Every year the number increases every year. So previous years it might have been 70, then it might have been 60. Every year it's going higher and higher. Why? Just on land and just for food. If you combine other uses, fur and leather and animal testing, it will be probably 150 billion land animals per annum. So where will the trees go? The trees will have to be cut for it. It's negative system. It is a stupid system. It's very tamasic. We are in the illusion of tamas, negativity, ignorance. It's not even rajasic. Maybe that lion is rajasic. It's a carnivore. It's going out and it's hunting because it doesn't know any better. That's the way nature programmed the lion. We are different. We are the ones who are conscious beings on earth. We are able to think right from wrong. So we need to use that sense and stop being senseless. It is better for our health, it's better for the environment, it's better for peace of mind, it's better for, in every way to enjoy life using plant-based and vegan products only. To stop animal testing, we will have better system that is more suitable to human body, more accuracy. By having plant-based foods, we're going to be healthier, more sattvic, less negative, less tensed, less depressed, less stressed, less psychopathic. And it's fantastic to learn how to be a good human being. But first, let us be human beings and not lions. So I hope this inspires you that plants are living beings. Yes, they are not sentient. They sense energy very differently. Animals are sentient. We feel pain, pleasure, love, enjoyment. We want to run, we want to play, we want our freedom, we want our free will, we want to make choices in our life. You say it's your choice to consume an animal. No, it's not. The animal has choices, should have choices, has rights. So let us think about the animal as not just a living being, but as an individual with rights. That's different from plants. Okay? Differentiate between that. Let's not become crooked. Let us not put our own brain into a very complex thinking pattern of, plants have life and plant is the same as an animal. Even if you believe plants have life and you shouldn't kill plants, all the plants are being killed and deforested and all the plants being created into food and given to the animals in this animal agriculture industry, creating hunger on the planet for the poorest of the poor humans and the children of humans that are dying. So let us stop all this. Let us not argue unnecessarily. Thank you.